Come on in my kitchen. It's getting on 8 o'clock on Saturday morning. Just got back with the beeps. It's 3 degrees and climbing. How high is the temperature, Mama? It's 3 degrees and rising. No cooking today, all right? I'm gonna do a little quick steak and eggs for breakfast. I had some leftover filet from last night. I haven't even put the coffee on. It's getting on 8 o'clock. And I've been thinking about this for a while now, quite a few weeks. I actually almost did it for the New Year's show and then settled on the Hoppin' John instead. But it's still early enough in the year. If you are a subscriber and you know most of the episodes, you'll know way back I did an episode, I don't know what the number was, but I cleaned out that kitchen junk drawer. Well, today's that type of day. It's bitter cold out. Managed to stock up after work last night on grocery and stuff because, well, we're looking at a big snow dump supposedly Sunday into Monday. So I got all the shopping done and I'm prepared. So today is a perfect day to, well, let me step around the camera. I've talked about it time and time again, haven't I? Stock your pantry. Stock your pantry. Keep the pantry stocked. Well, much like the junk drawer, the pantry can get unruly. So today, I'm going to clean it out, reorganize it, throw out old spices, things I don't need anymore, and reorganize it and get it back in order. Let's go have a look. So here's the pantry. Hides behind the kitchen door. And over time, that shelf was here when I moved in. That one and the top shelf were kind of here, and a hook or two. I put that white thing in. That was a freebie at the neighbor's. Originally got it as a paperback bookcase. But then I fixed it to the wall back here. I put this one up. I think there's room for a little more shelving back here. So, but the first thing I'm going to do, like I said, I've been putting this off. You can see how unruly those shelves get. I like a little more order. So I'm going to pull everything out and put it all on the dining room table, and then we'll go through it one by one and see what goes in the pantry, what we can toss. But first, I got to put some coffee on and take myself a hot shower. So I will see you all at the dining room table. You don't need to sit here and watch me pull stuff off the shelves. So come on, join me in the dining room. I love Saturday mornings. No rush to get out the door. Took a nice hot shower. A little steak and a couple of fried eggs, flour tortilla, and now I've got this in front of me. I got a nice paper bag to anything that's gonna go out in recycling. I got the trash next to me. So how are we gonna do this? How to dig in. There's a lot of stuff on this table. I love it. Let's see. All right, bottle of seltzer. That can go in the fridge. So I'll put this down here. Start by process of elimination. These are empty egg cartons that my neighbors bring me because they know I'll fill them up and give them eggs. Those go back. Those go on the top shelf in there. So we'll set those aside. Here's a little elimination. Here's a little raw, unfiltered, organic apple cider vinegar with the mother, but it's just about gone. So I'll set that aside. That's not going to go back in the pantry. I'll use that up. Matter of fact, new surprise. How many people text you from Brooklyn and go, what are you doing this weekend? Thinking of coming up and making some clam sauce. Got cousin Jimmy on the way and Judy tonight. So we'll use this. I'll make a little salad dressing. I got the salads and the steaks covered. Jimmy's in charge of the clam sauce. I'm pumped. By the way, by the time you're watching this, this will already have come and gone. It's Saturday morning. Show comes out on Sunday. Here's some little bottles. These made an appearance in an episode when the UPS guy dropped that box on my porch, and they were filled with limoncello from my boy Leahy down on the west coast of Florida. I had sent him these with limoncello, and he fired them back at me. These are great to have on hand. What this was originally was my neighbor, who you saw here eating clam sauce, and good friend, gave me this. It was a vertical port tasting. It was 4 different years of port. They were phenomenal. So this is a cool thing to have around. 4 little nice bottles and a little wooden rack. So limoncello season, those will get filled again. Those are going to go on the bar. No reason to clutter the pantry. All right, things that are going to go back in, I'll start putting on the left side of this table. Oh, here, let's clear some room. This is my little lunch basket, another gift from my awesome sister Chile. Chile, I kind of screwed it up. I left it too close to the burner on the stove. We got a slight bit of meltage in there, but it still works. I don't bring anything to work that's gonna be too perishable by lunchtime. All right, so now I have the left side of this table. My left, your right, if you're looking at the screen, is clear. So now I can start putting stuff there that's gonna go back in the pantry. So let's start. I just picked these up. I've got some, you never have too many corn husks, right? Tamale season. Tamales, just wrapping stuff in them and steaming them. Great flavor. So the corn husks will go back. They go on one of those shelves. Top right behind the door. They don't get used often, but they're here when you need them. Pickling lime. That goes on that same shelf. That's for preserving eggs, water glassing. Thanks to my friend Don turning me on to the old Pioneer tricks. Use a little pickling lime dissolved in water. Put those fresh eggs in straight from the nesting box, unwashed. To be like a fresh egg the day it was laid in 6 months. Some people say you can keep them a year or 2 years. We'll see in a couple of weeks when I crack them. Pickling and canning salt, always good to have on hand for pickling season. Tomato paste, a staple. This is what I say, you keep these things in your pantry, you need to come up with something at the last minute, you got your goods. Cocoa powder is essential for many things. Added a little to the chili. Quick tip, quick tip. Here's some peanut oil, and what I do is, I don't fry a lot, but when I do, I strain it out. You get a good 3 fries out of a good oil. If you fry properly and you strain through a super fine sieve. So I got here peanut, I always mark it, 10, 9, 21, 2 times fry. In other words, on 10-9, I did the second fry with this. It's just a little bit of oil in the bottom of the jar. You're not going to fill a pot, but I put it in a pan, do a few pieces of calamari or, zucchini, whatever. So I'll fry in that one more time, and then it'll be gone. Sesame seeds, crucial item. Your breads, your sushi rolls. Here's a little black truffle Italian salt. I got a feeling this was in there too long. The truffle aroma is just about gone, but salt doesn't really have a shelf life. So we'll keep that around. We'll find salt. Pure buckwheat honey. That's got a strong flavor. So it's not a ton of things you're going to use buckwheat honey for, but it comes in handy every now and then. And by the way, honey, one of the few foods in nature, does not perish. Unperishable. You could keep this forever. It might harden up and get crystally. Put it in some hot water, but it won't go bad. Similar, molasses. Again, how often are you going to use molasses? But then you come across that recipe, right? A few tablespoons. Crucial item, the regular plain old white distilled vinegar. less for cooking than cleaning, all kinds of stuff, you know. What's in here? All right, pasta. We got some ditalini, great for your soups. Jimmy's bringing a linguine tonight. He's picking up the clams at Gadaletto's. He's bringing a linguine. Agini di pepe. Chicken soup just ain't right without a little agini di pepe. And then back to the pasta. I usually keep penne, linguine are my staples, all right? And then occasionally I will keep some rigatoni, spaghetti. Capellini I get once in a while for special things. I like it with squid and red sauce. Capellini. And then there's this sfogliini, cascatelli by Sporkful. These were a gift from the Squeeze. This is sort of a modern pasta cut from the mind of James Beard Award winner Dan Pashman. Okay? And here's what it's designed for. Sauceability. How readily sauce adheres to the shape. Forkability. How easy it is to get the shape on your fork and keep it there. Tooth sinkability. How satisfying it is to sink your teeth into. It is good. It's a funky looking shape. I try to give you the close up, but I think there's a whole episode on that, right? Where you see it close up. So there's pasta. While we're doing the starches, let's go with some rice. Got some sushi rice, California, a little of that left. Got my beloved Superfino Carnaroli for risottos. As I told you in one recipe, arborio is actually fine. It's really the rice of choice for most folks. But if you're gonna make a risotto, get yourself some Carnaroli. Give it a try. Nice and creamy, big kernels, beautiful. Paper straws. These are left from the Z Guy visit. Bloody Marys with lobster claws. Z Guy. Remember the big straw debacle back then? That was like 2016. God forbid you had the plastic straw. Forget it. Here's more rice. Good old Carolina, straight up, jasmine, long grain white rice, a staple. So we'll put all our rices together. All our rices? Is that a plural? Put all our rice together. All our pasta together. Kosher salt. I have my containers that I fill. Here's the mother load. The backup. Cornstarch, a staple. All right, we're narrowing it down here, folks. We got some Orville Redenbacher popcorn kernels. These were left here by Mary and Beth when they stayed here with the Beeps and Nerve. When I went to see Mom, can't thank you ladies enough. And thanks for the Orville Redenbacher popcorn. We'll put that back in the pantry. That'll get used at some point. Some Japanese, here's more corn kernels. Those were mine. You girls didn't know they were here. You could have saved $4 or $5. Some Japanese stuff. I got to get back on it. Here's some wakame. How do you say that in Japanese? My favorite seaweed. Actually, I think hijiki is my favorite. But I love the wakame. Essential for miso soup. Many other dishes. And, of course, to make your dashi, you need the kombu. Right? Big sheets of kelp you use for your dashi. So those will go back in. Those are in airtight packaging. That one's not even open, so that's good. Sugar, straight up granulated sugar, which I'm trying to get out of my life, but it pervades and invades. Napkins, I have my napkin holder on the table that I keep full. All the backups, again, up on the top shelf in the pantry there. Some vinegars. We had the big distilled vinegar. That's for general, like I said, household chores. But for actually consuming, Got some red wine vinegar. I got another one on the stove. These are just cheapos. I got a nice balsamic here, Francesconi. If any of you Arthur Avenue people, Francesconi from Title Brothers, right? They have an exclusive. And this is a beautiful balsamic from Modena. This was brought here as a gift with a few other beauties. A nice olive oil by my pals Paulie and Terry. Thank you. Beautiful balsamic, Francesconi. Here's an extra, as my friend Andrew used to say, hey, Worcestershire sauce. It's a backup. I have one in the fridge. Bloody Mary's. I love Worcestershire on eggs, fried eggs, or an omelet. Mushroom and cheddar omelet, little Worcestershire sauce. Incredible. Coconut oil, good staple. What's this? What do we got in here? Here's another one-time fry. Now, this is not peanut oil. This is olive oil blend. Label your stuff, folks. I've screwed up that way many a time. Olive oil blend, EVOO, and light. All right, it was extra virgin olive oil, and I keep that light olive oil around to make mayonnaise with and stuff. And this has one-time eggplant fry. So if I want to do a few little eggplant palm, a small one, I've got 2 more fries out of that eggplant. Zing. Stevia. I thought I was going to get off the sugar kick. Tried the stevia, organic. I can't do it. Got to have sugar in my coffee. But I keep it around, and this is on the shelf for my old pal Squeeze. When she visits, she knows right where to go. Doesn't even ask for it. She knows where it is. Okay. These go on the bottom shelf of that white thing. It used to be the bookcase. That's where I keep Beeps' food, cans. She gets home-cooked meals, supplemented with a little bit of can, but we don't skimp. Lamb and brown rice, chicken stew, duck and potato, venison. I don't play with the Beeps. I never spend less than $2.50 on a can of food for her. What's this? Some salt, sugar, just jars of stuff. That's why this is crucial to do every now and then. This, believe it or not, is sugar. Why it's hoarded off in this little jar, I don't know. I'll put that in the little sugar bowl in the kitchen for the coffee, wash out that drawer. And now, just went to the vet yesterday. Minerva's on a kidney diet, so she gets her special food that you got to get at the vet, prescription. So I got 12 more cans of that yesterday, and here's 5 cans. So Nerve is set for a while, but those go with Beeps' food on the bottom right shelf. We're narrowing it down. I'm saving all these spices and stuff for last because that's what's probably going to get eliminated. Old spices. Just thought of that. Old Spice, remember the? I wonder if that was just a gag. Gotta Google that. The genesis of the term Old Spice. I think maybe they were just goofing, right? Because everybody has them. What's this? This looks like old cornstarch. So that's gonna get tossed. Right, so on the right side of the table, things to eliminate. Some old cornstarch, it looks like. What do we got here? I think I'm gonna, these things have been around for years. I hate to toss them. No, actually, these aren't the old ones. These are pretty new. This is green tea bags. So we'll keep those around. There was some old tea. Maybe I already tossed it. Here's another jar with what? Nothing. Old breadcrumbs. Garbage. Some jars. I just always have jars around. Jar. Some of those are going to get tossed. I don't need them all. What do we got here? So some salt. Some large grain salt. We'll keep that. Bay leaves. Oh, I didn't even realize I had these because I usually buy them loose at Mother Earth's. So that's good. I'll add the bay leaf to the main thing and get rid of that little plastic jar. This is just a little, looks like a little sugar powder duster. I don't know where I got that, but it almost looks like an antique. I don't know when the heck I'm going to use that, but we'll throw it somewhere. Earl Grey tea. I don't drink tea. What am I going to do? These are for like friends. Like, this is Bill's. Bill brought his own tea bags to leave here. Because all I had was decaf. Bill doesn't drink coffee. So he keeps his own caffeinated tea here. So we'll put that back on the shelf for Bill. Salt, more salt, Himalayan pink. Vanilla extract. Here's a little almond extract. I think Laura left this here. It's good, I'll keep it around. Biscotti. One of these days I'll make biscotti. Sumac. Nutmeg. Whole cloves. Baking powder. Very controversial. Caraway seeds. I've posted some of my bread pics on social media. Nice Jewish rye and stuff. Man, the flamers that come out against the caraway seeds, well, your loss. I love them. Here's some tea tree oil. Medicinal, I love that stuff. Okay, down to the wire here. Ooh, here's a couple of things I forgot about. Look at this. These are the pestos from Immunishine, Karina and Jason's place. These are unopened. Arugula pesto and porcini pesto. You know what? I'm making some baguette for Jimmy and Judy tonight. This will be antipasti. We'll crack these open. So let's put those over here. Nice crostini. And I haven't tried these yet, but I had, same thing, from Karina's store. She has all these little smoked mussels, all these little tins. They're not cheap, of different things. You know, fishes, octopus, mussels, clams, you name it. And I had bought one of these little mackerel fillets in a lemon caper sauce. I featured them in one of the episodes. I made some pasta. This stuff is phenomenal. So I told her how much I love those, and she goes, oh, if you like those, you got to try these. And these are little Baltic sea sprat, okay? Trying to find out where, product of Denmark. And if Karina's raving about these, I'm going to put these away, but I'm going to try those soon. Whole cloves. A lot of these things, the whole cloves, the star anise, these are from the squeeze. She had them sent up. We were doing our mulled red wine the weekend before Christmas, and boy, was that good. She also, Zatar, gives me all these great gifts. More sumac. I got 2 jars of sumac as gifts. I find uses for it. Great stuff. This is old. This is still, yeah, that's old. That's garbage. Smoked cedar rub. Hard as a rock. These I actually purchased. I don't purchase a lot of spice or things off the spice rack like these containers, but I did on these for something, and I'm glad I did because I find great little uses for them. Onion powder and garlic powder. This is Hannaford brand onion powder, McCormick garlic powder. Good staples, good pantry staples. Breadcrumbs, spice rubs, likewise, chili powder. That's okay, smells good. This is some turmeric. That's good. Gotta use the black pepper though, gotta activate it. Let's see, what do we got? This is empty. These were those things from Todd Cheeks, little Kentucky bourbon smoke, but I keep these little metal tins, I clean them out, I take the little adhesive paper off, clean them out real good. You can send your friend off with a nice little bud in one of these. All right, here we go. This is it. What's in here? These little jars have little plastic bags with different spices in them to keep them fresh. There's a nutmeg and a little cinnamon flake in there. what's this? This looks like either cinnamon or allspice, but it smells fresh. That's why if you put them in these plastic bags and then put them in these airtight jars, they'll stay. Same thing. This jar has a bunch of plastic bags. We got some more turmeric. We got some, I don't know what the heck that is. All right, I'll do that off cam. Here's another one. Cumin or something, but I got all of these spices. These are from my pal Lynn when she came up. I mean, she went crazy. Cayenne, curry, more cayenne, you name it, all right? Some of these are still good. Some of these have got botch. I'll deal with that. So there we go. Just went through everything. I got a pile to get rid of. I got piles that go up top. I got stuff to reorganize on the shelf. I also wiped these jars down. What I did before we popped on camera here is I sponged and bleached off all the shelving. So I'll put everything back, and then we'll take a little look at the before and after. Let's go take a look at the pantry. Okay, we're good to go. I'm psyched. Brand new organized pantry for the new year, finally. So as I mentioned, I sponged off all the shelving. I bleached it, washed it off, dried it. So we're ready to put everything back. And by the way, when I was going through all that stuff, you might have noticed there was nothing like canned tomatoes or beans or vegetables and all that. That's not pantry to me, this pantry. That's down on the prepper shelf going to the basement. You've seen that. I talked about that. And maybe we'll do prepper shelf as a whole nother episode down the line. This is just reach in, grab some cloves, vanilla beans, whatever. Pantry. Okay, let's fill it up. Let's put everything back. All right, looking good. Nice and organized. I've got all those little plastic bags of spices still in the dining room to deal with, but meanwhile, shelves are filled back up. You can see plenty of open space. It means there's room for some new stuff. And I love it, man. The pantry, crucial item in the house. So thanks for coming to my kitchen, helping me clean out the pantry, get it organized. And we'll see you for the next episode. Quiet on the set.